Ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix power once again bringing you a 1 vs 1. I have searched for anything besides 1v1. I really have, and I have tried hard, but I could not find any interesting 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, or even 3v4s, because I've watched several games of all those types. So I guess that next time I will try to videocast myself playing a 3v4, because I always play and only play 3v4, so probably maybe I'll play a nice game, and this is our only hope for anything besides 1v1. So, we've got two players as usual on a 1v1. The first one is Liquid Yellow. Some of you are huge fans of him. I know somebody who wants him as his boyfriend, but I really dislike that person for it, because it's kinda gay. Anyway, so there is Liquid Yellow playing as Blue Terran, and his opponent Lalouche playing as Red Zerg. So it is going to be a TVZ, my favorite kind of matchup, because there is no faction that I would like to win, which is Protoss, right? And I love seeing those TVP fights because it's so kinda... I talked about this before for many times. It's just kind of native, and I just love it. It reminds me of Starship Troopers and other movies, films, games, books like that, where always it's big bucks against people with machine gun, aka Schwarzenegger or somebody. So anyway, let's have a quick look at the production stats. Nothing really extraordinary surprising, aka everybody is doing the same thing that they always do. So Liquid Yellow is doing nothing, and Lalouche is doing nothing, just scouting his base a little bit, seeing everything that he needs to see, which is nothing at the moment because there's nothing interesting at Yellow's base. So he's just going to let this drone just move around and annoy this little SCV, because unlike SC1 it cannot hit it because it is bouncing around like a ball. I really hate this thing, to be honest, in Starcraft 2. I mean, in Starcraft 1 you could easily kill that with your own SCV, now you cannot. And there we go. Seems like what was his name? Rekatan is not the only guy using this extractor gas steel technique, because Lalouche is using this as well. Seems like a popular tactic, to be honest, and it seems like it is going to be working, because now TLO is going to have to rely on only one geyser, excuse me, refinery, not geyser. And this was some very close cancel when the building already had its final form created. It was cancelled the very last millisecond, so that was some skill. And as you can see, 2 Marines are still not enough to destroy this extractor. It will need at least one more to do it, and they will also try to snipe this drone, but they did not manage to do so. So it is going probably to take a while. And what is Lalouche doing meanwhile? He's doing nothing, he's just getting his Roach Warren and preparing his expansion, and he is dancing with his skin and not making any forces. So right now he is just focusing on scouting, and excuse me, he does have some forces. He's got 4 Zeglings, and no, I thought it is destroyed, but it is not. So those 4 Zeglings are just going to kill this SCV. A single Marine is going to try to force them to bug off, and it actually worked, because it seems like those Zeglings do not want to die yet for the swarm. I guess they're not mature enough or something, they want to taste some more life. And as you can see, while there is a Hellion, it will be way more than enough to kill the drone. And actually, ooh, as you can see, this time TLO managed to place his refinery on top of the geyser before Lalouche managed to do so, and by doing so he allowed his units to kill the drone without having to fight for this geyser endlessly. So this is very good for TLO. Now he will have his second geyser, but it looks like he's still not grabbing it, like he doesn't need it. So this is interesting. He's also going for a reactor on his starport and actually making a Banshee. So are we going to see some cloaked Banshee push? Maybe, but we're going to see. Meanwhile, he's sending a scouting Hellion just to see what his enemy is up to. His enemy is up to Roaches, which are going to counter this Hellion pretty bad. So this Hellion must just try and do some micro, which is possible because he's got bigger range and much faster wheels than those Roaches, mainly because Roaches do not have any wheels, but oh well. And now, ooh, so acid on the wheels it's going to force this guy to change into a new ones, and this is going to cost him, I have no idea what quality wheels he's using, but it's gonna probably cost a couple of $100, so this is not cheap, especially because he's a Marine officially, and it usually does not give you a lot of money, I mean, for the job. And it will probably give him, yeah, it will not give him any money at all because he died. That's so bad for him. But now those Roaches are on the run, and they are way too slow to survive as well. At least one of them might run away, but the other one, it is dead. Ooh, dead to a repeat rocket fire from a Banshee that is screaming ah! Like that. So we have fighting at this roach, and finally it looks like no, it doesn't. Yes, destroyed this roach. So we're going to see some nice push with this Banshee. Right now, Lalouche is in a very bad position as he's got nothing to counter this Banshees, except for the Queens that have a very high DPS against flying units. And right now, the only hope to kill this Banshee. So this Banshee needs to be very careful as it is a light unit, gets a lot of fire from those Queens, and is it going to die? No! The air is still alive and it might just push. Yes, it is still pushing. One roach died to the incineration, which is always a very lovely thing to see. And is this... Yo! This air has just died due to those... What are these called? Talons? No, acid spines that, you know, I guess busted through the... bodies and just kill her in her cabin, and she smashed into the ground and just died, I guess. So I was supposed to say something smart right there, but I guess I failed bad and you did not hear anything interesting from me. And as you can see, there's already an overseer on the way, because I guess that Lalouche is really afraid of... Oh, I did not notice that, sorry. Roach is making a bad counterattack. I say bad because it didn't work. But I guess that Lalouche is really afraid of the cloak upgrade on the Banshees, but there is no cloak going, just a pure Banshee spam, if you can call one Banshee a spam. Maybe we'll see some more, but seems like for now, well, TLO has the money and the means to make this cloak field, and he's still not going for it, so it's really surprising for me. I'm not sure what he is planning to do. Now he's making a Viking, so this is going to be random. But we know TLO, he's always going with some weird strategy that is not usually working, and if it does, it is going to be called overpowered soon. So we're going to see how it goes. Now we are just seeing a single roach, single Helion passing through a billion of Queens and hoping he is gutsy enough to deal some damage, but he was not. He was not gutsy enough. So right now we see a couple of Zeggings and a couple of Roaches just trying to kill that Marine. Run, Marine, run! Oh, he actually did do it. I was thinking he's gonna die terribly while I'm screaming at him and flaming him to death, but I guess not. Maybe it's Chuck Norris himself again. This would be the second time we see Chuck Norris on the replay, but I guess no, he doesn't look like Chuck Norris at all. So anyway, right now TLO is just securing his expansion with a bunker, and he's going... Yeah, let's have a quick look at the Inco stats. Yeah, he's quite behind Lalouche right now. Lalouche has got much more drones. That said, of course, TLO is a Terran, and soon he will have a second orbital command, so his income will be much bigger than the income from the Lalouche. So this is all that he needs to do right now, just to wait and gather his money, while Lalouche is actually securing a gold expansion. This is an interesting move. Oh, it's actually Lalouche securing this Zalnaga Towers. I guess that this might turn pretty bad for TLO unless he does something extraordinary, which he usually does. Are those Vikings he is spamming? Yeah, he is spamming Vikings from one reactor and one tech lab, and he's making more and more Vikings, so we're going to see some Vikings on the way. I actually love Vikings. Do not ask me why, because what the stupid thing about the Vikings is there are two things. First one, they are Terrans. The second one, they can morph like Transformers into something that is working called the Grad, which is always a bad thing. But the good things are they can fly with our rocket boosters. The second thing is they can actually use their missiles, but right now they're walking like just some stupid Transformer guys, and they're trying to shoot their bullets at the Roaches. Not going to be a good thing, as the Roaches are not seen to be countered well by the Vikings, so this might be just a bad idea by the TLO. Let's have, yeah, he is forcing his Vikings to just lift off and see if he can do anything, but those Roaches are actually running away. They are afraid of the that is firing at them, and oh my, this was some unfortunate fire right there from Lalouche that did not manage to do anything, and I have no idea why I called his attack fire. I guess he was firing an attack, if you could call it that way. However, Lalouche is already making his expansion at the Gold Expo, so I guess that he needs to, you know, keep the pressure on TLO, because if he does not, TLO is eventually going to spot this, and if he spots this Gold Expo before Lalouche has got an overwhelming force of his own, then it is going to be a very, very bad day for Lalouche. So right now TLO is not going, Yeah, he did spot this expansion. Now he's like, oh wait a minute, and he's going to deal some damage to this expo. Is it going to be cancelled, or is... Yeah, it is not going to be cancelled. Lelouch hopes that he can hold off this expansion with his roaches and a couple of spokers. To be honest, 2 spokers might not be enough against a heavy Banshee firepower, but it seems like there's only a single Banshee and a second one just coming out, and there's a thingy dying somewhere. I didn't notice that. Is it a chain? No, it's not. Oh, there was a chain link. It died, I guess, quite terribly, because it died by transforming into a ghoul that he really was, so nobody wants to die in that way. Meanwhile, as you can see, it seems like TLO does not want to go for the gold. He thinks that it will be safer to go over here. However, what he does not know is that Lelouch has got an overlord right here scouting this area, so if anything is going to come close by this mineral or this Vesping Island, then Lelouch is going to see it, and this is all he needs. Okay, so it seems like both players are going to try and move out. There's a couple of Hydros scouting this roach army, but I doubt it will be enough. There are only 3 in the army mix, and but there is a big amount of Vikings. However, I doubt Vikings have enough firepower on the ground to deal with those roaches. Let's have a quick look at how much damage they deal, because I have honestly forgot. They deal 12 damage. This is a nice damage output, but remember, they are actually an armored unit with no armor. How they can be armored unit with no armor? There are some silly things in this game. For example, this is an armored building. Right here, Crypton was actually armored. And you know what? They have no armor. And on the other side, we've got larvas that we cannot see, but there are somewhere. But anyway, larvas has 10 armor. They are light units. So right now we see a scary air domination force coming in hard onto Lelouch attack force, and it seems like actually TLO has disadvantage of mobility that is always given the flying unit. So this is going to be his ace in the hole, and he's just going to use it as much as he can. Now, if only he would have just 2 or 3 ACs over here with auto repair on, then he could, you know, repair his force at any given time. And right now, he's just destroying those rocks, possibly hoping to make a new expansion on his own. Also, he was not intending to go on this expansion. He was aiming for the goal actual from the start. But right now, he is going to engage this Zelk force, and however, as you can see, Lelouch seems to have a much bigger army. Let's have a quick look at the army composition, army strength, and it actually looks like TLO is the one is the guy with the advantage. But as you can see, Lelouch has got some upgrades, and this might play a critical role. Right now we see Akash with the Titans, but it really looks like TLO is in a bad position. He is backing up while firing, but he's also his units as soon as possible. Maybe, and there is GG. This was a very fast ending. Oh man, I was hoping for a little bit longer game. I did not notice the countdown over here, but still, I really loved the game. Some very hot action. I think I am going to try to, you know, find some more games from TLO, but first I am going to cast my free-for-all if I find any interesting from myself, because I play like a billion from them. They are all cool from me when I'm playing, but they are not so cool if I'm watching them again. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I will see you guys online. And one more thing, if you enjoyed my video, guys, please subscribe, because commenting on Crime Replay saying that it was a cool cast. I really love reading that, but I could really use more subscribers. So that's about it. Thanks you guys for watching once again. It was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix signing off.